5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah, the mother ride or die for my strictly for my survival of the fittest. That's the sound of the police. I'm indeed cover earth, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus folks and the devil wear Prada. But
Lambeau Field. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And incomplete to open things up.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Man open, it's Goodwin. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? As a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series.
Keep it up, fellas.
They run once more with McKinnon. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is on offense and defense.
Last week, over 100 yards in their
necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's McKinnon. And some space here. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now McKinnon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That's good for a Niner first down. Garoppolo to Garcon. Garoppolo now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. And left side here, it's Graham. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now Rodgers. And he finds Montgomery complete. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down.
Let's go, come on.
From midfield, here Here's Rodgers. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Brought me to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
On first down, Rodgers. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. It put their defense in a really tough spot.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Muhammad Wilkerson. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On second down, here's Garoppolo. Flush to his right. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They run it with McKinnon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. There's Garoppolo to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Eluding the pressure right. A dump down to McKinnon. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. And now the Packers get set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar.
You circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Solomon Thomas in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That's fine. Yeah.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. They still can't get him. And he's got some space here. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. The Niners on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Garoppolo. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Jerry Atauchu brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Over here. Move it. Keep moving, boys. Move it. Zoom. Listen down.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So 1:55 to go in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Complete to the right. This is Garcon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Garoppolo now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Packer pressure, and down he goes. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone.
And the pressure gets to him again. Mike Daniels. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Now Garoppolo. this is going to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at the 18. Able to avoid it. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Hurry up, hurry up.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. A gain of 3, second down. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Geronimo Allison the target there. And it's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now Rodgers to throw on third down. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Hey, check 26. Hey, check 26.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, these offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Rodgers now on first down. Buying time to his left. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Packers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. And again, it's Rodgers. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. McKinnon. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They go play action here on 1st down. 49ers. As his guys are in for 6. And the 49ers add on to their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline, because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. On 1st down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one. No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play? So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Packers on 3rd down. Not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he'll be out of past the 45. Rodgers to Allison, good for a Green Bay first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him...
Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And now running right through it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon, and he stopped immediately there. Mike Daniels makes the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here again is McKinnon. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Garoppolo looks to throw. He sets to fire deep. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to...
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Reuben Foster leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Let's go, come on. Hey, where y'all going? Jumbo!
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Rodgers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to let this one go deep. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, 158! Zoom.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That's taken on the 25. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Josh Jones. Bust through the tackle. They find some open field here. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check him out. He's going to sit right over the middle. Watch the middle. Jump out!
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
Over here, 18! Zoom.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. First man through, it's the fullback use check. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. And they'll go on the ground. And some room to maneuver. And he's into the clear. 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Jerick McKinnon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That's complete to Cobb. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Packers on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Open man is Allison, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The 13 yards that time at a first.
4 down, check, 4 down.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. Got a man, that's Allison. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. And that one results in 35 yards. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
I'll go over here.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. This one from 46 yards out. And the kick is good, so they avoid the shutout, but still a tough one to swallow here. They only post 3 points, and this game is over. But, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the 49ers, they Up and 3.